So today is Friday, and everybody in PR knows that Friday is the worst day of the week to send out your news release or your pitch to contact the media in any way. And that's because they're all trying to leave for the weekend, so your news is going to get buried. Now, sometimes you're trying to bury it, and then effective strategy. But that's not what we PR people get paid to do. We get paid to get people publicity, to send out our news, and to get reporters to run it. And here's the thing, I was actually contacted by a friend of mine today saying that they were having this discussion inside their department. What is the best time to send out your news? And so he texts me and he says, this might be a good video for you. And I'm a people pleaser, so let's start with the first rule, because this matters more than anything else. You need to send your news out when it's ready. I mean, as soon as it's ready. And for one simple reason. From the minute you push send on your news release or your pitch to the minute it shows up in the newspaper or on TV, probably takes about 2 or 3 weeks. Granted, sometimes it's breaking news and that disproves that rule. But media coverage takes time. Reporters and editors need to receive your pitch, evaluate your pitch, actually decide to report on your pitch, do the work of reporting on your pitch, and then publish the story. Don't forget, this is not social media, which has totally ruined our expectations. We think that every time we push a button, something goes live, and that's definitely not the case in PR. So send it when it's ready. Now, that said, there are strategies you can use to time your news to hit when it's most effective for you and for the media outlet. For example, you can send news on a Thursday or a Friday and say it's intended to be published the following Monday. As long as you say it in a helpful way like, hey, Monday might be a slow news day, you might need something, here's something you can consider. You don't tell them to publish it on Monday, you suggest it. Same thing for the weekend. You got a fluffier kind of a story, weekend news is built for fluffy stories. But you don't send that out on Saturday morning when nobody's working. You send it out on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. You say, hey, this might be good for your weekend. And you know what? They might say, hey, he's right. Again, you've got to take into consideration the work that the media needs to do on their end to make your story reality. It's one thing if you've got all the information that they need in your news release and they just need to do a light rewrite for their website. It's something completely different if you're asking them to do on-camera interviews and research your information. Again, you got to give them the time they need to do the story you're asking them to do.